All right. Hey guys, so we are going to continue on with chapter 4. We're going to continue with our inequalities. So we worked on graphing them, and now we're going to look at solving one-step inequalities. Today we're just going to work with adding and subtracting, and then the next lesson we're going to do one step with multiplying and dividing, and then we're going to do two-step inequalities and finish off there. So we won't get into multi-step and all of that. Like, once you guys get the one-step and two-step, I know that you guys could do the multi-step and everything from that, because it's going to be the exact same as the equations, just with the graphing at the end of it. But there is a little bit different whenever you multiply and divide with inequalities than whenever you multiply and divide in equations. So that's why we're going to do at least one step and two step. For today, these ones should be fairly straightforward and very, very similar to what you guys did with the equations. Adding and subtracting will look the exact same. The only difference will be that you're going to have to graph the solution at the end. Okay, so when you are solving a one-step inequality, you're going to start by rewriting the inequality so the variable's on the left-hand side of the inequality. If you remember me saying in the last lesson that it makes it a lot easier to graph when the variable's on the left, because then you can just kind of go with the inequality symbol. If it says x is less than 5, you know that you're graphing all of the numbers that are less than 5. If it says x is greater than or equal to 2, that means you're going to graph all the numbers that are greater than or equal to 2. So it makes it a lot simpler. After you rewrite or flip the equation, if you need to, then you can change your subtraction to addition again if you need to. Remember, you always change to plus the opposite. After you do that, the only step that you have to do is you have to add the opposite to get the variable by itself. Okay, it's just a one-step inequality. And then lastly, you'll graph the solutions. So example 1, we're just going to rewrite the inequality so the variable's on the left. So when you look at this first problem here, When you look at this first problem here, you can see that the variable is on the right-hand side of the inequality. So when we flip that, we're going to put x minus 4 over on the left, and we're going to put 4 over here on the right, and then we have to flip our inequality sign as well. Okay, so instead of saying that 4 is greater than x minus 4, we're going to say x minus 4 is less than 4. It's still saying the exact same thing, it's just now our variable's on the left. And when we do it with this point over here, again, your variable's on the right-hand side of the inequality. Oops, right here. So whenever we flip that, we're going to have x plus 15 on the left, and we're going to have negative 29 on the right, and we're going to flip our inequality to less than or equal to. Okay, so pretty simple, and like you've already been doing in the last one. Okay, you take everything on the right, put it on the left. Take everything on the left, put it on the right. Flip your sign. All right, we just have one more example. So when we do this, when we look at this first problem, we notice our variable is on the right-hand side of the inequality. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip that. So we're going to put x plus 15 on the left, we're going to put 30 on the right, and we're going to flip our inequality symbol. Now we just have to solve it. So that means we're going to have to add a negative 15 to both sides. That goes to 0, so you're just left with x. Drop down your sign. 30 minus 15 is 15. So you get the answer x is less than 15. Now in GMM it'll provide you with the graph. Okay, you'll find 15. You might actually just fill in. It might have like a box there that you have to put the number in. And then if you're graphing this, it's less than, so that's an open circle because it's not including 15. It's just less than 15. So you would graph all the numbers that are strictly less than 15. Okay? This one over here, the variable is already on the left, so we don't need to flip it, but I am going to change to addition if subtraction confuses you. Okay, if you're good with the subtraction, you can leave it. If it confuses you and you get messed up, with positives and negatives, just change it to addition to keep your life simpler. Now we have to get the variable by itself. So we're going to add a positive 16 to both sides. So this goes to 0. So you get x is less than or equal to 23. Okay, then whenever you graph that, again, I'm pretty sure you'll have a little box that you'll fill in 23. Oops, I'm reading there. Okay, and now this is less than or equal to. So it's filled in on 23 because we are including 23 in the solution. And it can be any number that is less than or equal to 23. So that includes all the numbers from 23, 22, 21, 20, and so on. Okay, hopefully these shouldn't be too bad. Solving the one-step inequality should really not be difficult because it's something that we've been doing for a while now. The only new thing is graphing, which we've been practicing for a few days. So I hope you guys are getting pretty comfortable with that. So if you have any questions or need any help, please reach out to me and I'll help you as quickly as I can. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe, and I miss you guys, and I hope I can see you again soon.